emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, Zobu, reigning by master.
You see how they're messing them? Do you see how disgraceful?
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, Zobu, reigning
we are live and we are direct. You may not like it and quite frankly, if you like it, you don't like it, you don't want it. We are live and we are
But there is one thing I want all of us to understand this very evening. We are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you, that they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond. to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. Some of you, they will buy some of you over. The spirit of Obabiasika and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we are doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwuokike Abiama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu, not to be no bad, the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these no-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook. They can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move. All of you have idiotically forgotten. All you evil black people, you people that Lucifer are using as instruments. You children of darkness from Africa, wicked, evil people, you were there when over 500 people were massacred under Obiano at Mpo. You have all forgotten. You're telling me rubbish about unknown gunmen attacking police. You people, what did you say when men were slaughtered at Mpo? You did nothing. Our men must be at alert. You must be at alert. From now, no sleeping. All the young men in Biafra land, no sleeping. Every night you organize yourselves to defend your towns and your villages. DSS and the army are renting houses in and around Anambra State, patrolling in the daytime, abducting in the middle of the night. Because of that, from now, I am telling Obiano from now, I don't want to see or hear that there is any movement of vehicle in Anambra State from 12 midnight to 5 o'clock every day from tonight. 12 midnight to night. Any car that I see in Anambra State, any car moving from 12 midnight will be destroyed, and all occupants will be destroyed, all of them, from tonight. Let me see how you're going to die your kidnapping and die your abduction. From now, this immediately from this minute. 12 midnight every day until further notice. From 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning, I don't want to hear that there is any vehicular movement in Abia State and in Anambra State. No movement of vehicle. Now listen, if your brother, your auntie, your sister is a taxi driver, or they have their own private vehicles, I said they are defending him. Fulani people are defending him. But you idiots from the south, from the east, you're talking rubbish about your one Nigeria. Whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe that's your one Nigeria. Whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe there's something in Suya, maybe in Kilishi, and in that cattle that they give to us to eat. There must be something fundamentally wrong with us as a people. Fundamentally wrong with us as a people. And we must confront it, and confront it we shall. These people lecturing us about no secession, you're destroying the country. You people, you Fulani idiots, you Fulani bigots, you Fulani impostors, you Fulani vagabonds are the same people that welcomed the rehabilitation of terrorists. You granted bandits, killers, murderers, and kidnappers amnesty. I want Obiano to listen. I want Tripas to listen. I want Tripas, this idiot, Sarikin Fulani of Imo State, to listen very, very carefully. You people are fools because you cannot listen very well. The same people you're fighting for, killing your own people because of them, they are the ones rehabilitating, so they claim, putting the army that we have today. Somebody might come and say, you have given the order that the police and the army should be attacked. All those idiots. Some of you fools who cannot reason, we are not attacking any police. We are attacking the terrorists that they brought into the police and into the army. They are the ones killing our people. We must defend ourselves. You fools cannot reason very well. We are not fighting any standing or legally, properly constituted army or police. These are the same Fulani terrorists, murderers and killers. The same people that went in, in Damaturu or wherever it is, killing and slaughtering Christians in droves. You fools that cannot reason. The same Boko Haram that has been killing, the same Fulani terrorists have been killing people. They are the ones now in the army. Did you not see them? Recruit them into the army? You're telling me we shouldn't fight them? These are terrorists in police uniform and army uniform. You're saying we should not fight them? Is that what you're saying? Are you that foolish? Are you that stupid? This same Fulani pontificating about peace and unity and anti-secession whatever garbage that they are pouring out of their useless, stinking janjaweed mouths. These same idiots, these same fools are the ones that rehabilitated Boko Haram. So they claim. These fools are the ones that granted amnesty to bandits. Now, let me surprise all of you. Surprise, surprise. Those that are giving amnesty to are Fulani terrorists, Fulani bandits, Fulani kidnappers, Fulani headsmen who are murderers and land-grabbing urchins. These are the people that are giving amnesty to. You people should reason. You zoo animals called Nigerians, reason for once. The hypocrisy in Fulani, their hypocrisy is astonishing. Hypocrites. Fulani, who is responsible for the state of almost anarchy in the zoo, who is responsible for the hopelessness of the security framework of the zoo, Fulani, who is responsible for insecurity, Fulani, who are the bandits, Fulani, who are the terrorists in the zoo, Fulani, which people are going about slaughtering and taking over other people's farmlands. It is you. You people are the problem. Unfortunately, some idiots from the south cannot see it. You wanted to show us that you know how to write grammar, writing rubbish about one Nigeria. You are defending something that is indefensible. Indefensible, you fools. Some smelly rats, some smelly garbage, gutter, alamajiri, gutter. The lowest of the low. If it's one of those of their fools talking, I will even understand. From the gutter. Not contributed one single thing to the advancement of the zoo. Not one single contribution has the Fulani ever made. Tell me one national contribution that the Fulani has ever made to the advancement of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Just name one thing, absolutely nothing. They want power and control of oil and gas. That's all they need, that's all they want, so they can run your lives for you and control your destiny. And you're not ashamed of yourself to claim that you're educated. And I'm telling Biafrans tonight that we are effectively on our own. We have been given two choices by the United Kingdom, the slave masters and the colonizers. The UK have given us only two alternatives. And I call it the devil's alternative, of course. We either submit to the will of their puppets, the Islamic Caliphate, or we will be wiped out from the face of this very earth. The question you must ask yourself tonight as a Biafran, as a Southerner is, do you want to be a slave to the Fulani Caliphate, or do you want to die on your feet? Live for 1,000 years on your knees, as most of them are doing without even knowing it, or you die on your feet. The devil's alternative. Whichever option we choose, men are going to die. Which one do you prefer? Are we going to fight and die like men? Or are we going to submit to a life of Allahu Akbar? It's entirely up to you. The time is now because the enemies, they have come. I didn't say they are coming, they have not come into our land. And as I promised them, if God is on our side, which I know He is on our side, this army of Nigeria will die in Biafra land. That is how God intended it to happen. Many of us are going to die. And I'll be leading it myself, mind you. Many of us are going to die. But Biafra is going to come. And everything called Nigeria will perish in Biafra land. The world must be prepared for what is to come. We are not going to be slaves in our land. I want to let Katona Lang, the UK government, to understand this. That we have chosen the path of death than to submit to the will of the Fulani Caliphate. Death is better for us. People are dying every day. Are they not human beings? People are dying every day. Are we better than them? Those who are dying, are we better than them? We must develop the mindset of the Afghanis. That is why Afghanistan cannot be taken. It doesn't matter the firepower you have. NATO is in Afghanistan. Are they taking Afghanistan? The answer is no. You are coming to kill us. But we are also going to die together in the land of Biafra. Let anybody say I did not warn them. Because things are going to start happening in the next 14 days. When it starts happening, if may talk and yap and write their rubbish. But now that the Fulanis are kidnapping our people, disappearing us, killing people in truckloads, nobody's talking. We must make our land impregnable for them. And that will involve a lot of destruction. I'm saying it live on air so that all of you will understand. To slow the advance down, we need to destroy a lot of things. We must destroy a lot of things. That is how all of you will come to your senses to understand that we are in a state of war. They want to circle us.
ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị kunye ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala ihe niile n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọkụ onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọbụla anyị mara aka n'ime ha si na ka ha gaa n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri agha nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwesị kpọta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwesị kpọta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi wee hụ ndị iro anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Ikechukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizoba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro bi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ọjọọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe tituo ozu Ogogowa memi na Goliath. Chineke na nke igwe we memi na Pharaoh. Shikwa otu a mee ka Pharaoh gbagụzọ n'ihu ụmụ ndị IPOB ka o wee taa akwụkwọ igu n'ụtọ ọsọ. Ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume. Ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ. Ọ bụ gụ nwa bụ ekekere n'igwe n'ụwa nwunye ọbụla kere gị nweghị mmalite nweghị ọgwụgwụ kama anyị onwe anyị kwa anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama marakwa na okwu gị na-anọgide bụ ego mgbe ebighị ebi. Ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe egosi anyị Biafra na ndụ ha abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu nke abịa ma
fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world, I welcome you this evening to this platform of IPOB Western Cape South African Media. As I welcome you, I want you to welcome others. I want you to welcome your friends and your relatives. I also want you to share this program. Share this program, like this program. As you are joining us, do not hesitate to do so. The reason why you should do so is that notifications may be sent to those in your page or in your platform, whichever way. Share this program in all the platforms where you belong so that the lovers of freedom in your platform may know that we are alive and join us preaching this gospel of truth. I welcome you once again, fellow Biafrans. We are reaching you live from IPOB, Western Cape, South Africa. We are reaching you live from Western Cape, Cape Town to be precise. I bring you greetings from my coordinator, Mazino Centania. I bring you greetings from all the coordinators in Western Cape and all the executive of IPOB Western Cape, men that are doing the needful, the hard course. Therefore, I say to you, as you are joining us this evening, do not forget to share this program. Very, very important. You must share the program so that other people may join us as we are about to kickstart our program this evening. I say to you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, depending where you are viewing us from. I am Mazi Onyebuchi. I'm the host of this program. I am also the Parklands Unit Coordinator. Therefore, I say to you, welcome, fellow Biafrans. As you already know, in this platform, we are saying it the way it is, without fear, without favor. You are our friends when you are doing the right thing, but immediately you deviated, we don't associate with you, because the fact is that truth must be told. No matter the cost, no matter the consequences, the truth must be told. That is the reason IPOB Western Cape was initiated in the first place. You might be wondering why there is no traffic in this page, in this platform. Yes, there is no traffic in this platform, but the reason being that we don't associate ourselves with saga, we don't associate ourselves with frivolities, we don't associate ourselves with propagandas, we don't associate ourselves with personal interest. We only focus on the truth, and truth, nothing but the truth. And you know, as it is, as it stands these days, people are more interested in frivolities. That is why it seems as if we are not attracting traffic. But without being discouraged, nothing will discourage us. We are not going to be discouraged. We must keep preaching this gospel. We must keep saying the truth. We must keep saying it the way it is. Because it is only the truth that lasts forever. As you have seen already, the truth has started coming out. Those who wanted us to go back into our shell are about to be exposed. I want you to sit back this evening and listen to us with my honorable guest for the day. Mazi, I welcome you to this program, and I want to give you the platform to introduce yourself to Biafrans, so that those who does not know who you are may come to know you. Mazi, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you, my coordinator from Parklands, Comrade Frank Onyebuchi. And thank you, my fellow Biafrans. My name is Philip Okeke. I'm the member of IPOB Bureau Unit in Western Cape. And I'm very, very happy to be here tonight. I'm really sorry for coming late to this program, and I promise something like that wouldn't happen again. All hail Biafra. And I want to thank our coordinator, Frank Onyebuchi, for inviting me to this program. It's really an honor. Thank you so much, my coordinator.
Mazindeo, you are highly welcome. I also appreciate your coming to this program this evening, because a lot of people don't want to come even when you invite them. But you are part and parcel of this page and this platform, and each time you are called upon, you always show yourself. So I want to thank you once again. I want to appreciate you. And going straight to the point, because the day is far spent already. Mazi, there are a lot of developments, but I'm going to pick but two of them this night to discuss. And I know there is no amount of exposition that will be enough to do justice to what is happening to us or to our leader. And as you already know, there is news that the 14th of September, which was originally stipulated for our leader to appear before Supreme Court to finalize the case, it has been postponed, or rather adjourned, to, I don't know if it is 28 or what. I'm not sure yet what is happening. You know, zoo, they can never come out plain. They always go zigzag. But we are following them toe to toe, tail to tail. We're not giving them any space. We must keep following them. So, but that is not the reason why we are here. Yesterday, today, there was news going around social media and zoo dailies, newspapers and other stuff. Sahara reporters carried it, and other zoo dailies carried it. And I will be bringing it before you now on the screen. This is from Punch. This is from Punch. This is from Punch. Just in, I want beg for my freedom, says Mazin Namdekan. So this is a very powerful message to IPOB families. And when I mean IPOB families, I mean the real IPOB, the hardcores, those who followed Onyendu, those who knows who Onyendu is and who understands his message, not those who have fallen along the way. Because a lot of people have fallen along the way. They don't even understand. They don't even know who our leader is. They don't understand. They don't remember his messages and his preachings to Biafrans. They have forgotten his stand on this struggle, that it is Biafra or death. You know, they have painted a lot of pictures of Onyendu lately. They have painted it. Some have painted a picture of a weak man, some have painted picture of a fearful person, some have painted a picture of, in fact, some have done, so this news is, in fact, I looking back at this picture, this news this evening, I understand perfectly that Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu is strong because we are strong. Looking back at us, he knew that we are standing solidly behind him. If he had looked back and nobody is standing with him, he's not going to make this comment. The only reason why Onyendu made this comment is because he knew that Biafrans are standing solidly behind him. He knew that his people are still standing solidly behind him, and that is his strength. That is the motto that drives him, that made him to stand boldly before his enemies and look them eyeball to eyeball to say to them, "You devil, get you behind me. If you are waiting for me to capitulate, if you are waiting for me to take the path of cowardice, you are joking. You can delay this for as long as you want. I'm not going to beg. I'm not going to ask you to do the right thing." Remember, sometimes ago in my program, I reminded Nigerian government and those political solution bigots. I told them that, listen, we are not begging Nigerian government to free Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. We are not ever going to do that. The reason being that Onyendu Mazin Nnamdi Kanu did not commit any crime. He is not a criminal. He is not a terrorist. Onyendu Mazin Nnamdi Kanu did not kill anybody. He did not take what belongs to another. What he was saying is exactly what is obtainable. He wants the freedom of his people. And in the Nigerian constitution, it is his right for self-determination. And he is doing it rightly. And now you are turning again around to prosecute him. So we are not going to beg you to do the right thing. We are only asking you to do the right thing. We are only asking you to remember that eyes are watching, eyes are on you. You cannot run away. It is it is disgraceful that the Nigerian government is running away from their own court. They took Mazin Nnamdi Kanu to Supreme Court for the past 1 year, and Nigerian government is running away. They are not willing to come and hear the report. They are running. And why are they running? Why can't they face Mazin Nnamdi Kanu before the Supreme Court? Why? Why can't they put dates for this hearing to take place? Why are they running? They are using delayed tactics. They are using delayed tactics to see if they can break Mazin Nnamdi Kanu down. And today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu reminded them that he is a lion and he is never afraid before his enemies. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu reminded them that his freedom means nothing to him if his people are in bondage. He told them, pomp and plain, that I am not going to beg you to release me. I will stay here until you are willing to do the right thing. So this is my interpretation of this statement made by Onyendu today. So Mazi, the reason I made this foundation, I laid this foundation is that I want you to tell us what do you think about this news and what is your conclusion? What do you think Onyendu is talking about, or what do you think he was having in mind making this statement to Nigerian government? You can go on now, Mazi.
Yeah, thank you, my coordinator. Yeah, you have said it all. You have said everything on my mind. I just want to add some few points to what you just said. I won't beg for my freedom, says our leader. Yeah, he is trying to remind those people that think they can break him. Because to break someone, you have to keep him in one place for a long time. Then he will come back to crawl to beg. That is what exactly that statement means. And this shows the tenacity, the strength of our leader. But it's quite unfortunate that, and also, before I forget, this statement means a lot. If we have to translate it to the language of freedom fighting, it should be a question. You know what I mean? A question to us that call ourselves freedom fighters, and a question to the people that is in charge of IPOB leadership. That is what I'm trying to get into now. Because our leader has said this, which means now we cannot get justice in the court of our enemy, and it is left for the leadership to apply another tactics. If they have been trying these tactics and they think it's gonna be is working, now they should know that tactics has failed, and it is now they start implementing other tactics, because it has shown, everybody has known it, that they don't want to release our leader, and they will not release our leader in peace. That is what he means, and our leader has understood everything, because he speaks with his lawyers every day. His lawyer speaks to him. His lawyer have told him that we have done this, we have done everything within our capacity, that it is left for the government that is holding him to do what they're supposed to do. That was why he said this, what he said. So now comes back to the people that are criticizing the sit at home, that they should stop doing sit at home, our leader will be released, we cause him more trouble. They started bringing out messages, notes, as we discussed the last time I was on the program. I'm our coordinator, if you can remember. I was not for that note. I was, for me, based on what I know about the zoo called Nigeria, We must not trust these people. And you can never go with them peacefully. People that started Boko Haram started killing Boko Haram leadership for nothing, for protesting. So how do we trust them? How? They are not supposed to be telling us what to do. We are the one that is supposed to be telling them, singing for them, and they will be dancing. How do we stoop so low that we make them to be singing for us and we are dancing it? So the die is cast now. The job is left for us to respond to this question. To this question our leader throw for us. It is a statement to the people, to the Nigerians, but it is a question to us. But the way we respond to the question will determine whether our leader will still be inside there for the next 2 years, or our leader will be out in the next 3 months. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Well, you know, I had a program yesterday in this platform, and the topic of that program was, I will not fail you, but she will fail me. And I said that IPOB has failed Oyendumaz and the Khan, because you talked about the tactics is not working, and when you said tactics, I got confused, because as far as I'm concerned, there is no tactics, because these guys are underground. They are underground, and they have not come out of that underground to give us a tactics. So saying tactics, unless if you're talking about silence, tactics of silence, fine. Then it is very well understood by me. But the truth is that IPOB as organization has failed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu woefully. They failed. I was saying something yesterday on my program here. I said, what did we learn from 2015? We're supposed to build our defense and attack on the experiences of 2015 when our leader was arrested. IPOB was supposed to build on that. Because in 2015, it was like a new thing for us. We didn't know which way to go. But at that, we were doing something that was shaking the foundation of the zoo. You know? So I was expecting that we should have built on 2015. The tenacity, the tempo of 2015 would have been maintained. But IPOB failed completely. They disappointed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You know, the worst part of it, the saddest part of it is that we have migrated to join the politicians to talk about political solution. If you remember, in 2015, we had nothing to do with any politician. They were busy doing their things. We were busy doing our own. And at the end of the day, we were all met at the round table. But now, what do we have? We have nothing. The reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still here is because the legal team are doing what they're supposed to be doing. The politicians, I may say, are doing what they're supposed to do, but IPOB is failing on their own part. Because this should be a collective effort of both IPOB and all the other components that is fighting for our leaders' release. But IPOB failed woefully. And that is where the Nigerian government capitalized to hold our leader. Because I remember vividly that before the demise of late Pa Amechi Mbazulike, he begged the former president of Nigeria, in the person of Buhari, to do him this last favor, to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to him. He refused. He said to him that the court will determine the fate of, that he's not going to interfere. This man knew that his days were numbered. He even in that failing health, he had to travel all the way to Abuja. That man, he went to almost on his nail to beg idiots, to beg the imposter to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for him, his last wish. This guy, this useless man that these governors Umahi and Hope Uzodinma are working with to kill our people. He refused. And Amaechi died heartbroken. And today, IPOB that are supposed to put one or two together are the ones trying to fan down this flame. But I think Chukwu Ogiabiam, as you said, sit at home has not died. The Biafran said, the only thing we can do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to pay him back for all he has been doing, or how he has done for us, is to at least do our part. At least Biafrans are doing their part. What is IPOB doing? Nothing. Biafrans are doing their part. You can see it. Everybody can see it. But what is IPOB as organization that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is leading? What are they doing? Only gossip, only personal vendettas, displaying their stupidity and their ignorance and their uncivilized self everywhere on social media, constituting nuisance. Where are the so-called media warriors? Do you still see them? Do you still see their programs? They are no more. They have fizzled out. They fizzled out because they have left what they were commissioned to do. Not even one of them. They have fizzled out. If you see any of them by mistake, he's talking about, if he's not talking about Simon Ekpa, he's talking about BIGOTS. That is what they do these days. You can't see any of them discussing about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's issue. You can't see any of them discussing how are we going to, change this our useless way of fighting for freedom. Freedom is never cheap. Freedom fighting is not for lazy bones. Freedom fighting is a serious business. If you think you can be on your comfort zone and command and Biafra will just come, you are the most useless person in this world. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu understood it. That is why he is where he is today, telling you that he wants back for his freedom. But those who is supposed to support him are failing him in all ramifications. And that is why we are here. That is why you and Frank Mazonebuchi, that is why you are. That is why all the powerful coordinators we have in Western Cape are here. That is why all the Western Cape executives are here. That is why we are here. We say that this fire will never be put off. We are going to sustain it until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out. So I am so excited to know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as they are trying to tell us, has not given up. He has not fallen apart. They have not broken him. He is still the lion that roars from the east. He is still the same Mazi Nnamdi Kanu who told us that he's going to lead from the front. He told us that he's going to lead from the front. And indeed, he is leading without fear before his enemies. I am so fulfilled to see this, because at a time I began to get scared, because all they tell us is, in fact, Nigerian is, they started making jest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They started making mockery of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, like, oh, this man is weak. He is crying. He is running away. He doesn't want to sit at home anymore. He's running. He doesn't. Oh, the man that was talking so tough. Now tough things have come. He's running away. I was listening to one who was saying, but he supported sit at home. He was the one calling for sit at home. Why don't he want sit at? Why is he not interested in sit at home anymore? So he's afraid. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not afraid, and he has proven it tonight. And I am so happy that this message is coming at this point. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist. If he's a terrorist, come out with your proof. No, not even one Nigerian is able to come out with any proof against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because he's not a terrorist. IPOB is not a terrorist. Tell us, who have IPOB killed? We are not talking about propaganda here. We are talking about reality on ground. We are talking about it, not propaganda. Always, people will always use propaganda to try to destroy things, or try to pervert justice. But the truth is, anything that does not have evidence is just a mere propaganda, and they don't have evidence. That is why they are not able to convict our leader of any single charge or charges that they threw at him the other time. I want to show you what governor is saying about terrorists, the real terrorists. Nobody is talking about it. Look at it here. Over 60,000 people killed in farmers' headers clashes. You know, when they talk about these farmer headers, let me tell you something. You have a farm where you cultivate, and suddenly someone invaded your farm with cows, eating up your crops. And you came to ask the person, but these are my crops. Why are you allowing your cows to eat my crops? The person will bring out AK-47 and shot you dead. How can you clash someone who have only machetes and hoe, clash with somebody who have AK-47? Is that possible? It's not possible. These are the real terrorists, Fulanis. The other day, there was one on the news, I think last week. The guy asked the Fulani man, why are you eating up my crops with your cow? The Fulani man pulled out a machete and cut his hand off. I don't know if he saw it. I couldn't share it. I couldn't bring it because Facebook may use it against me. So I could have brought it before us, but it's not necessary. But look at it, Mazi. Look at the real terrorists. The people that are committing this crime, that killed 60,000 people, are free. They are walking free. Nobody is going after them. Nobody is attacking them. They are going free, doing their business, killing more people, kidnapping more people. So, Mazi, what do you call this? That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu who is innocent, who has not killed anybody, is being kept in solitary confinement. Why the state person that killed over 60,000 people is walking free? What do you call this? Go on.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, my coordinator. You said a lot. I'll call it a perversion of justice. That is what I call it. But it is very sad that the people we are fighting this freedom together with, they thought they can get freedom through gossip, through removing of people, through tagging people all sort of names and stuffs. You spoke about the media. The media has disappeared. They have fizzled away. Because if you leave something you're supposed to be doing and you're doing something else, just is a matter of time, everything will collapse. So talking about that person that his hand was cut off by the Fulanis, to be very honest with you, I don't give a damn about them. Those people, I don't care. They can all die. I don't care. The only thing I'm always happy about is that the Fulanis will always be doing something to them that will be showing them that Nigeria is not for them. I don't pray for those things to stop, because if those things stops, then it will not give much credibility to our preaching, to our demands. You understand what I mean? It will not give so much weight to our demands. All those things need to be happening so that the people can know. Since it's been happening for 10 years now, they don't want to know. All of them will die one by one. Because let me give you the scenario of Europe before Second World War. In Russia, they killed the Jews in Russia. During the time before First World War, they massacred the Jews, take their business. The Jew, they still remain in Russia. Their ear, they couldn't learn. They said, "Oh, my brother is in. Maybe my son is a commissioner. My husband is this. My relative is this." They could not extricate themselves from their oppressor. They killed them in Austria. They killed them everywhere. Still, they remained in Europe. Then until the Big Daddy came. Then Second World War, they did not only kill them in Second World War, they massacred them. They concentrated them in a camp. Then they now realize that yes, Europe is not for us. I used to say it sometimes, freedom is not free. Because somebody said, "Give me blood and I will give you freedom." Until our people are slaughtered in mass, in thousands, we can never understand nor appreciate the mess we are in. Look at the newspaper. Over 60,000 people killed in farmer header clash. They've not seen nothing yet. They are talking about clash. Who is clashing with who? Does animate object clash with inanimate object, or inanimate object clash with animate object? That is the first question. Did my crop or did my land go to your Fulani village to clash with your cow, or did your cow come to my farm to clash with my farm? That is the first question. But it seems that everybody in Nigeria, they are living in this kind of a dream, like as if the people that was enchanted, like people that are cursed, that they don't see the truth. That is why when those things happen, I'm very happy. I'm always happy. And comrade, I don't know whether you've seen it yet. I was going through the news today. They said the Fulanis have set up a committee for peace and reconciliation. They set up a committee for peace and reconciliation after killing 60,000 people. Comrade, do you know that the peace and reconciliation is like a truce? You know, they have taken about 45 to 65% of the landmass of the TV people, of the minorities in the middle belt and in the northwest. They have taken it over, and their person is no more a president. That is why they are calling for that truce. What they do is, we have taken over what we want. Let us relax there. Let us make peace. Then in the future again, we will have another Fulani president. Then we will continue from where we stopped. You understand? That is what they're doing. You know? So, but it will be the stupidity of those middle belt plateaus to allow them to stay in those lands. They kill people, they massacre people in. Because if you allow them, in another 8 or 12 years, another Fulani president will come, and they will continue from where they stop. So something, you know, if you are reading news in Nigeria, sometimes you don't just read it and interpret it literally. Sometimes you have to look what is happening on ground and think, so that when you put this piece together and put this piece together, then it will form a complete meaning to you. So that is that on that part. And on the part of what our leader just said is what we must concentrate on, because even if they kill all of them in the northeast or northwest or plateau or just, we don't care. I don't care, because they were the people that ganged up against us, that massacred our people in 1967. Because our leader said, I can't see her gaba hono. I can't see her go hono. I don't give a fuck about them. And we know, no matter how dilapidated, how unorganized this struggle is now, we still know that they can never try rubbish in Biafra land. That alone, we have guaranteed that in Biafra territory. So coming to the statement of our leader, that is what we must take serious today. One man doesn't build a bridge. And for the leadership, if you don't take the people you are leading serious, the people you are leading will not take you serious. You know, comrade, I always talk about the leadership every time I come here. No matter how bad they do it, they are still the leader. No matter how good they do it, they are still the leader. Until our leader is out. This is a very big word our leader have dropped for us. And as you have said, we have failed our leader. We have failed our leader. And I want to tell them, those leadership, that our leader is in a more better position to free himself if he wants. And those people there abroad, they are in more danger. Because if our leader wants to negotiate a deal with them, with the zoo government, our leader will negotiate a deal with them and extricate himself from the struggle. And those people pursuing the struggle abroad, we never come back home anymore. But our leader refused to do that. So it is we that are showing our face on cameras every day in diaspora that are supposed to be worried. It is the leadership of IPOB that are supposed to be too worried. I used to say it every time. No people has ever gotten their freedom through peaceful means. If there is, show me. Or the oppressor always call for negotiation when your force is superior or equal to theirs. When you have strangulated their means of livelihood, that is the only time an oppressor can come and negotiate with you. An oppressor can never negotiate with you while doing peace. No. Let's forget about peace and throw it into the garbage bin where it belongs. Because as long as Britain is involved, and as long as Nigeria is still dancing to the tone of the British Empire, you can never dissolve that country in peace. That is one thing you must know. I am for violent destruction of Nigeria. For me, if they have to burn everything down, let it go down. Because if you don't destroy, you can never rebuild. So all those people that are telling us to keep quiet, don't talk, don't protest, don't sit at home, where are you from? Where are you bringing your theory from? We are students of history. To Afghanistan, the Taliban fought Americans for 20 years. They were shipping heroin and cocaine. They were manufacturing it in Afghanistan to get money to buy weapons to fight Americans. They are shipping it through Pakistan everywhere to make money to fight the Americans. If you don't show your enemy that you are ready to die, he can never negotiate with you. They can only be bringing to us this news headline every day. Our leader is fine. Our leader is this. Nobody is in prison that is fine. They can't lock you up in a house for 2 weeks and you are fine and you are okay. So everybody listening to this, it is if you don't have tactics before, it is time to bring up your tactics. If you have a tactics of silence and of peace, this is the high time you take it and throw it into the garbage bin where it belongs. Because with Nigeria, I will tell you, these people are corrupt. They are not ready to build anything. They know Nigeria is a failed state. And they know the people inside there are stupid. So they don't care managing that country for another 30 years, as long as they are satisfying their colonial master with the free oil, free resources from our land, and satisfying, lining on their own pockets and their family. Look at Femi Adesina. After 8 years with Buhari, he bought a house in America. That is their dream. All those politicians, their dream is not to come and sit there with you in Nigeria with you. Their dream is to, like, Nigeria is a market. It's like their office. They want to work. After 8 years, they go home. So why can't we get this? We are talking about peace. They are talking about, sometimes if you start talking about peace in struggle, I just stand up and leave. Because peace has never brought anything. The only time peace can bring something is when we have taken over at least 2 states, IPOB, ESN have taken over militarily with arms, taking over 2 states, destroy some bridges, blow up the whole pipelines that is supplying the imperialists, the British colonialists. That is the only time they can talk, and we can now sit down and talk about peace. It is when you have your gun in one hand, then you have your white flag on the other hand. That is when your enemy respects you. But when we are not doing anything, we're just gossiping, we are suspending and expelling members. How does that bring the changes that you want? Criticizing someone that is at least doing something. That is my bone of contention. You are doing absolutely nothing, and now you are criticizing the person that is doing something. Just leave him alone, whether he's doing it right or not. Because if you maybe he came in thinking it's easy. So as an intelligent man, what you do is leave him, let him try. But you don't want to leave him. You want to be gossiping all day. So that is my bone of contention with our people that are fighting for freedom. Everything. They have destroyed everything. So, comrade, our leader, we must do everything within our powers to make sure our leader is out. It is not easy, and the leadership is not making everything easy for us. At least 2015, it's much better. There is unity of purpose. Everybody is united against one cause. But in today, it's not the same. People has been bought and sold like commodities. People have cashed in. They have taken money. If you take money, people that are speaking with force, with authority before, when they take money, they'll start telling you, no way to share me. No way to share me. That is what is happening today. That explains everything happening. Well, we can't come here and lie to ourselves. We can't come here and lie to ourselves. If you come here and lie to ourselves, then we have wasted our time coming here. So, oh, you talk, oh, I'm not my comrade.
Mazi, you are highly welcome. Thank you. This is very deep. In fact, you touched so many vital areas, and as always, you did justice to all of them, and I really applaud you for doing that. You know, but there is something, but I don't want to dabble into that. There's something that turns my stomach each time you refer these shenanigans, these cowards as leadership. They are never leadership of IPO. They are just directors, not leadership. The leadership of IPOB is in jail. It is in solitary confinement. These are not leadership. If this is leadership of IPOB, then we better off go and sleep. You know? So this is not, I don't find it well when somebody is referring them as leadership of IPOB. They are leader on their own level, not the IPOB. Our leader is Mazi Amdekan. I want to make it very straight. And you know, Mazi, you made a very vital point, and because of that, I'm going to be playing this voice, Mazi Amdekan's video. Let's listen to it. Just to...
And I'm telling Biafrans tonight that we are effectively on our own. We have been given 2 choices by the United Kingdom, the slave masters and the colonizers. The UK have given us only two alternatives, and I call it the devil's alternative, of course. We either submit to the will of their puppets, the Islamic Caliphate, or we will be wiped out from the face of this very earth. The question you must ask yourself tonight as a Biafran, as a Southerner is, do you want to be a slave to the Fulani Caliphate, or do you want to die on your feet? Live for 1,000 years on your knees, as most of them are doing without even knowing it, or you die on your feet. The devil's alternative. Whichever option we choose, men are going to die. Which one do you prefer? Are we going to fight and die like men, or are we going to submit to a life of Allahu Akbar? It's entirely up to you. The time is now, because the enemies, they have come. I didn't say they are coming, they have not come into our land. And as I promised them, if God is on our side, which I know He is on our side, this army of Nigeria will die in Biafra land. That is how God intended it to happen. Many of us are going to die. And I'll be leading it myself, mind you. Many of us are going to die. But Biafra is going to come. And everything called Nigeria will perish in Biafra land. The world must be prepared for what is to come. We are not going to be slaves in our land. I want to let Katona Lang, the UK government, to understand this. That we have chosen the path of death than to submit to the will of the Fulani Caliphate. Death is better for us. People are dying every day. Are they not human beings? People are dying every day. Are we better than them? Those who are dying, are we better than them? We must develop the mindset of the Afghanis. That is why Afghanistan cannot be taken. It doesn't matter the firepower you have. NATO is in Afghanistan. Are they taking Afghanistan? The answer is no. You are coming to kill us, but we are also going to die together in the land of Biafra. Let anybody say I did not warn them, because things are going to start happening in the next 14 days. When it starts happening, if Fulefus may talk and yap and write their rubbish. But now that the Fulanis are kidnapping our people, disappearing us, killing people in truckloads, nobody's talking. We must make our land impregnable for them. And that will involve a lot of destruction. I'm saying it live on air so that all of you will understand. To slow the advance down, we need to destroy a lot of things. We must destroy a lot of things. That is how all of you will come to your senses to understand that we are in a state of war. They want to circle us.
Yeah, you're welcome back. You know, Mazi, why I played this video again, I have played it before, is because everything you said were concocted in this our leader's video. Everything you said is what our leader said. And this is the leader of this coward. This is the person they call their leader. This person that we just listened to his voice is the same person that those cowards, those I don't know what we call them, are called. This is who they are calling their leader. They don't even understand who their leader is, the belief of their leader. They don't know. You heard him clearly.
Mazi, this is what you see when you inherit something you did not deserve and you did not work for. You understand what I mean? That is what is happening in IPOB leadership today. They just pick them. Hey, come here, come and stay here, come and sit here. Be this, be that. They never worked for it. And I'm sure they never deserved it. Because if they have done the job, if they have worked the work, they will know the cost of freedom. If they have come to Biafra land, if they have done the whole Biafra territory march in 2015 with us, if they have suffered, if they have carried people that were shot in their hands, then we understand. This particular audio you played, I listen to it every day and day. That is the voice of somebody that understands the mess we are in. That is the voice of someone that understands the zoo called Nigeria properly. In 1,000 years, we will grow old and die, and Biafra will not come if we don't start fighting this freedom with fire. That is the fact of life. We can say I'm too radical, I'm too violent. Freedom is violence. And if you're not ready for it, go back to your shop and open your shop. That means you're a good man, but freedom fighting is not for you. I won't say you are a bad person. I won't say you are corrupt, but this area is not for you. Our leader has spelled it out. Only if they can follow only this playbook, this 3 minutes playbook alone, the destruction of everything in Biafra land, the federal secretariat, everything federal, the destruction of it, only will render that place desolate, render it useless, economically unviable. See, have they built the road? Go and look off on the Enugu Expressway. Have they built it? For how many years have you been crying? Are these people the people that you are doing political solution with? Oh, sometimes I boil inside of me sometimes, like I wish I was not where I am. I was not in this country today. I wish I'm still in Biafra land. Sometimes I used to think about it. I wish, so that we can do the fighting there together. Because the people that are leading us today, they are leading us astray. They are leading us astray. And they are building it into the mind of the next generation. That if you want to fight for freedom, you must go to Facebook and gossip. Don't protest. Don't sit at home. Don't do anything. Just wait. There is a political solution. You want to trust those politicians in Nigeria? Is that the people you want to trust? The people that can take somebody's child to London and want to steal their kidney for your own daughter, that is the kind of person you want to trust to release our leader. Political solution? Then we are not serious. They don't even, those people talking about politicians, political solution, they don't even know how much our leader hated those people. If you know how much our leader hated those people, they won't even be bringing those people to see our leader in prison. They won't be doing that. They won't be doing that. So if I'm in a platform where what will happen to the zoo is discussed, I will be discussing the total destruction of everything Nigeria in Biafra territory within the first month, with the demand of release our leader. I will go beyond Simon Ekpa. Then, maybe then they will be listening. Because talking, shouting, they can't listen to you. Our leader said something. Comrade, I can never forget what he said one day. He said, the day he realized that the Nigerian government can decide to wake up one day and decide to wipe out a village in Biafra land and nobody will talk, was the day he knew that we need to arm ourselves. That was what our leader said. Because even he said he went to EU embassy, EU High Commission in Brussels. Is it a French ambassador told him, what are you doing on ground? What are you doing? What are you doing means you think you are only protesting, you will get your freedom by protesting? Take up arms, start making noise. That is what he was telling our leader to do. Submitting these books to us every day, we have seen a lot, thousands of it. You bring in books, you are tweet, Monday tweet, Twitter Monday. You've been doing Twitter Monday for 7 years. Twitter Monday. You think those people are not seeing it? They are seeing it. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. You're just making noise. You're a noise maker. Russia told Ukraine not to join NATO for how many years? For a very long time. Was telling them, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. Then they did not hear. Then Russia did not have any choice than to take up arms and invade that country. At least, if I don't take any territory, I will bomb your country to a level that in 15, 20 years, you've not completely rebuilt your life. We have been shouting this thing for 7 years. We have been shouting this thing for 7 years. We are still shouting it today. That means we are not serious. We are not serious. So, comrade, everything we will be preaching, everything we must be preaching should be the destruction of Nigeria. We must preach beyond sit at home. Sit at home is part of it, but it's just it's like opening if you want to lick a honey, you are opening the cover. That is it at home. When you now get to the middle, then we know to lay siege on all Biafra land. And to be able to do this, we need a strong leadership. For me, what happened in IPOB, I believe that what they did to IPOB was a systematic destruction of IPOB. Systematic destruction. Imana, if you want to demolish a house, you must start from the roof, removing the nails of the roof. They're removing the roofing, they're removing the woods before you get to the block. I believe that was what happened. So that IPOB cannot come in mass in terms of contribution, financial contribution, in terms of protest, in terms of everything in diaspora. We cannot come together anymore. I think that was what happened. The systematic destruction. You think they are working with you. You don't know they are Now we have become somebody that can make noise. They just go on radio. They don't even threaten the Nigerian government anymore. They threaten somebody holding a gun, defending our land. That is the people they threaten now. Why they are in the comfort of their house somewhere around the world. So, comrade, we must keep talking. They will hear one day. And if they don't want to hear, they should just resign and get out of the way. So that sensible people can take over. So that we can move our struggle to the next level. All hail Biafra.
Martin, there. Well, you said it all. You know this. In fact, I have other topic, but I don't think we're going to talk about it now because this one has taken, and we have never even said anything about it. You know, you made a very good statement when you say that by now, IPOB should have been in control of one or two states. And you know that when it comes to Southeast, Imo State is a strategic and very important state for Nigerian terrorist country. So is Abia State because of the oil. If only we can struggle to, you know, all these Obins, all these barracks, by now they're supposed to have been sacked, taken over. It doesn't take us anything to run it over and take it up. And we be in control of that oil and use it to fund this struggle. That should be our target, not this thing that people are talking about. Peace.
Comrade, there is something similar to what you said now that I told somebody in the leadership. Someone. I don't know whether it's good to say it here. I don't know. We in Biafra land, there are strategic mineral resources that can be handpicked, picked gold, diamond, and sell to fund our struggle. But all those things, apart from oil, you know, oil is a bulky stuff. It's difficult to extract and sell because a ship will carry it in the high sea and stuff. But Biafra land is littered in mineral resources, in gold, diamonds. It takes little to detect it. Then that place will become like a barrack inside the bush. We'll be mining it. If it's people that are buying it, people will buy it. You mine it, you meet, they give you cash. You buy any weapon you want to buy. I told that person that until our struggle gets to that level, if our struggle did not get to that level, then we have not started. Because Fidel Castro said that armed struggle, it takes a brilliant mind to conduct armed struggle. Because in armed struggle, you have to consult the land. You have to use the thing you find in that your land to fight your enemy. Because most of the time, if you depends on foreign interventions, contributions from people outside of the country, time might come, all road will be blocked for you. Members might stop cooperating. So for your struggle to survive, those mineral resources there can be tapped into and used for the furtherance of the struggle. So had it be our struggle is where it's supposed to be, by now, I'm sure all those options could have been explored, and it will have boosted the morale of our people, of our men, and our struggle will have at least get to a level that we will not be lacking anything anymore on ground. So, and all these things is in every organization, yeah, a leader is one man or two men, but those people with the ideas, advices they receive, they will try to unite the people to one cause, that this is our project, the furtherance of this. But when you shift from what you're supposed to do to something else, then all those advices alludes you. Let me tell you something. Though we had a problem in Western Cape here, okay, you can see how that problem filled all our mind. You understand? If you get to that period of time, that thing that was happening, we were not discussing any other thing apart from that problem. You understand? We could not even move forward with protests and other things we're supposed to do. We started focusing on problem we have. Okay, if we in the unit and provincial level are concentrated on that very little problem that is distracting us so much, then you can imagine what DOS are facing there, the problem they are creating. Because when you create problem, it stops you from doing the main thing you are supposed to do. It shifts your concentration, your attention. That is what happened. The problem they started creating, finance, this, it shifted their attention to the very wrong direction. That is why we find ourselves where we are today. So that is it, comrade.
Okay. It's all right. This issue of DOS and their, this is in fact, the truth that we don't have DOS. They have been DOS has been hijacked. DOS is about 20 or 21 people, but today we only know about 5 or 6 people who only make decision for DOS. So we don't have DOS at this moment. What we have is cabals. That is it. My problem is not even these people. My problem is those, the members of IPOB, those who have, I said something that the problem we have in IPOB is that most of IPOB, in fact, about 90% of IPOB family members don't even know what IPOB Code of Conduct is all about. They don't know. They don't know that IPOB Code of Conduct is the main game. Mazen Mekano has set this struggle in motion through the IPOB Code. It's like a Christian, when you want to speak to your God or know the mind of your God, you go to the Bible and you see what his mind is, and you follow it up. That is what IPOB Code of Conduct is for us in IPO. But they don't know what it is. They don't know. They don't understand. And that is why you still see some people who still tell you that DOS are wise. That is why somebody who called himself IPOB comes to a gathering and be singing DOS, Kaigeso, Mon. Now freedom fighting. Now freedom fighting. This is the sign that these people don't even know what we are doing. They don't know. They don't know what we are doing. So the point is, the only thing you can do for yourself as an IPOB is to go and look for code of conduct and look at it. Then that will be a very powerful step in the right direction. People, at least if we know, we'll be able to call these people who are this, you know what they want. These people want our leader to come out tomorrow and still go behind the microphone and start shouting. That is what they want. They want ONU to come out tomorrow and then go back to microphone behind the radio and be screaming, shouting, calling people names, calling them fools, calling them. They enjoy it. They enjoy it. To them, it's fun. Yes, to them, it's entertainment. That is why they miss because they see it as entertainment, they always miss the message. When Oyendu is speaking, they are carried away. They are filled up with excitement. Oh, Oyendu. Now they miss the message. Master Mekano has been shouting, I need 100 men. I need 100 men. Are you not? I remember I remember listening to one of our leaders' programs sometimes. When he started this program, he said he is not going to agitate for Biafran freedom for more than 5 years. And Biafra will come. He said it. But what is happening today? Minus 2013 to 2023. Is it not 10 years? 10 years already gone. He doesn't even have ordinary one person that is ready to go walk through the path with him. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. These people does not understand what freedom fighting is all about. They thought that freedom fighting is about eating, drinking, and doing all hell Biafra. They don't know that it's beyond that. I am of the opinion that DOS should be scraped out. They have failed. They failed. Listen, in 2015, something similar to DOS, I don't know what their name was called then, they failed there. The same people, if not for Uchemefo, the only man that was standing amongst all the men that were with Oyendu before he was arrested. All of them failed. This is second time. So there is no need for this DOS thing for me. Something else should be used to replace them and scrape it off IPOB structure. Because it's not working. When you put them there, when they find themselves there, they begin to see themselves as they have arrived. So that is it. So I want to look at this news. I wanted us to talk about this news, but it's going to be deep. It's a deep one. Just like the one we just treated. We can't touch it tonight. US, UK organizations release reports on how ex-president Buhari allegedly funded EBUBE in Southeast to kill residents using Imo Ebonyi government as executors. Did you see that? These are the people that the alleged letter of Onyendu told Biafrans or those who are at the table of Biafra to stop insulting the governors and politicians because you don't know what they are doing about my case. These same people, Hope Uzodimma is part of it. Look at it. There's a video of Asad Okubo where Asad Okubo told you that Nigerian government contracted him to work in these places. So all the killings, all the unknown gunmen, all the assassinations, this is where all of them were coming from. This is it. Buhari, Hope Uzodimma, Omahi were the people that were doing this. So it's not something we're not going to touch it tonight. I want to end this program here. Where maybe when next you come, we'll talk about it. But
let me just give some briefings on that. Imana, all these US and UK and stuff, they are the run. Okay, I want to ask you, is it today they know that Buhari is doing that? Is it today they know? No. It's not today they know. And actually, the brain behind EBUBE was from Britain. Because there is what is called using the internal people to destabilize. That is what they do. Create replicas. That is what they do. It was the British that advised the Nigerian government to reactivate the militant in the Niger Delta and tell the governors to organize a security outfit. If you ask me how did I know, I will tell you how I know. That is British tactics all over the world. If you read the British in Palestinian, even the French, they use it. All the colonial masters, that is the tactics they use everywhere. Asari Dokubo, did you know that before Asari Dokubo started recruiting those boys, do you know that Asari Dokubo went to Abuja and met with the former British ambassador to Nigeria, Katrina Lang? Did you remember? They fund. I'm even sure that Britain funded it directly, but I'm not sure of that. They might as well fund it. So, because they are looking for strong men of low self-esteem and low character, men that can be manipulated and men that can be bribed. And they saw that four character in Asari Dokubo. He has low self-esteem. He doesn't value anything. Everything is commodity to him. If you bring money, he can sell his father's grave to you. Those are the kind of people they are looking for. So, them coming to us now to tell us about EBUBE. So, what are they trying to prove to us? Are they telling us what they know all this while? That after people have died, that they could have stopped? Or are they trying to gaslight us to make us think they are for us, that they have our interest at heart? Is that what they are trying to do? After the damages have been done, all these things is what we knew. The whole killings, the whole kidnapping, the whole robbery that is happening in Biafra land, the whole violent sit-at-home destruction of properties, it is being done by these people, not even Simon Ekpa boys. I used to say it. There is something in politics, never allow a situation to go away without gaining something from it. In bad situation, politicians gain from it. In good situation, politicians gain from it. If you cause it at home, they send their boys to go and kill people, so that it will turn the mind of those people against your own the freedom you are fighting. They do it. So I can assure you, 90%, apart from few hungry freedom fighters that used to do some shit, I can tell you 90% of the whole killings, extrajudicial killing and everything, the stealing of cars and breaking it for spare parts, kidnapping, robbery. Even they are even settling scores of land. People that if you want to kill somebody and take their land, you send those boys. They are being done by EBUBE that is funded by the British and Buhari's government. They are being done. And with the failure of the leadership we have in IPOB that allows such nonsense to be happening in our territory. Because if IPOB was solid, when our leader was out, did you hear any EBUBE make noise, breathe? We don't allow them to breathe. If they spot EBUBE somewhere overnight, they go and clear them off, kill all of them. With the failure of the leadership we have, then EBUBE festered and became a big monster. I can assure you 100%. Our leader, if you can remember our leader's talk, he said anywhere you see EBUBE, kill all of them. People were scared to join EBUBE. But now you will see an ESN member holding EBUBE ID card. I was given that information. An ESN member is holding EBUBE ID card. You can see how rotten everything has become. Comrade Miria Shinishi Baro, you know, sometimes if you talk about headache, sometimes you talk about the head or the neck. If you talk about headache, maybe you have a neck pain somewhere that is causing the headache. When we talk about the EBUBE killings today, we talk about the leadership that allowed such thing to happen. Because as we are fighting for freedom, the security and safety of our people is also our priority. Because our leaders know that is what it will result to. Creating another parallel security to counter the ESN is for use to kill our people, to monitor people that are ESN, and to destroy people's property, and to kidnap and to kill anybody perceived. If they not even they see you as ESN, if they hear or they perceive that you are IPOB, they go and kill you. Anybody they are chasing around, they're okay. You are me. I'm ESN now. They're chasing me around every time. I'm on the run. What signal does it give a potential person that wanted to join? It will give that person a signal that hey, this organization is not a safe organization for me. Then the person will withdraw himself. They want to make it look scary so that nobody discourage you from joining by extrajudicious killing of people and stuff. After drinking kai and kurumiri, they start killing people. The one that the video was released on our group about 2 days ago. Somebody in his shop was shot, was killed. Simon Ekpa boys did not do that. ESN did not do that. If you want to accuse Simon Ekpa boys, you can go and accuse them, but they did not do that. It is these people, EBUBE, because we allow them to fester like rats in our house. Because no matter how rat make himself, he cannot be a house pet. We allowed them to be a house pet. Now they are destabilizing our people. So, comrades, maybe next time we will talk fully about this EBUBE, because we know the people that funded them. It is the British that funded them. So that is what I have to say, comrade.
Mazi, I want to thank you for making yourself available in this program tonight. It's quite an honor to have you here. I'm going to suspend that topic. Maybe next time, if Chukwuoke permits, we are going to look into it. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Biafrans all over the world. You that stayed with us throughout this program, I thank you. I say to you, may Chukwuoke continue to keep you. As you already know, this is IPOB Western Cape Media. Saying it the way it is. Yes, your ears are not deceiving you. This is IPOB Western Cape. We are not afraid to say the truth. We always say it the way it is. This is freedom fighting. If you must fight for freedom, you must get yourself rid of every atom of fear and cowardness. So we are doing that here. We are not here to attack any individual. We are not here to massage any idiot. We are not here to do any saga or propaganda. Everything we say today is verifiable. Everything we say today. So I thank you for joining us, Mazi. I don't know if you have anything to say before I end this program.
Okay, thank you. I don't have much to say. What I have is a word of encouragement for all of us that are IPOB member, all of us that see the future in this great project called Biafra. I want you to know that in time like this, there comes discouragement. It is the discouragement that makes you that still make you feel, yes, I'm a human being, because it comes from the mind, and the mind always read everything around you and everything that is happening in whatever you have interest in. So what I have to say is, what is happening in IPOB should not and must not make you slow down in this struggle. Our leader will be out when, I don't know, but our leader will be out, and let us not be somebody that will go inside when our leader is inside and come outside when our leader come outside. They must keep the fire burning. If you are the one that pays monthly dues, pay your monthly dues to the appropriate channel. Comment on Facebook about Biafra. Attack everybody attacking Biafra. That is what we used to do. Your comment section, ridicule all of them. Take videos of where Fulani are killing them, post it to them as a response. Demoralize them. That is what we do. We must demoralize all of them. So let us go to war with our enemies. On social media, on Facebook. If the Facebook block you, open another Facebook account. We must keep pitching their head against each other, so that they will be fighting amongst themselves. So that is what I have to say. Comrades, let us be strong. All hail Biafra.
Thank you. I believe Biafrans heard you rightly, and you are welcome so much. And thank you so much, comrade. And you that is watching us, I say to you, Onya protest if quiet. Next time when we gather, don't forget to join us. Please make this, set a notification on this platform so that anytime we are live, you will get the notification to join us. I thank you all, lovers of freedom, everyone, and I say to you, good night, and may Chukwuoke